Hi, my name is Alicia Love, and I'm here to talk about Venus astrology, soul coaching, and I am emerging as a spiritual midwife to help people through the transitions that we are all going through at these times, to take the upgrades, to feel the energy, and to evolve with all these changes through love. I have been a soul coach for 8, 10 years and been working with clients. Before that, I was a health coach and worked with herbs and supplements. And I've been coaching people for over 20 years. So my new evolution personally has been through learning the Venetian cycle, the planetary movement of Venus in her 8-year cycle and over her 5 different star points through the descent of Inanna story, which is the heroine's journey. It's the feminine rising. And she rises through a descent process of removing the blockages, the things that culturally we have been indoctrinated with, belief systems and systems of navigating the world that are outdated. It's time for us to feel something different. And I want to give you some updates for June on the astrology of 2025. May was just phenomenal for me. I went through all my portals of transformation and feel like I'm fully ready to claim this new earth through relationships, through the heart medicine that I am, that I communicate, and that I would love to work with people on a more regular basis. The clients that I work with are women rising into leadership and women and men that are coming into a new heart coherence, an attunement of relationality, ways of being with others. One of my friends recently said, you are the energy of with. And it's, through human design, through astrology, through gene keys, I have seen my patterns and I know the way I run energy. And the purpose of my life is teamwork. And it is through togetherness and it is through leadership and evolving together that I am here to share my medicine. So here we go. Let's dive into Venus had been in Aries for a long time. She was in Aries for months and months and months. She did a retrograde. She went back into Pisces. She started her new cycle in a Pisces Aries edge. She was just going back and forth, and we had all these outer planets going back and forth. We now have Saturn fully in Aries, and Venus has been working us through Aries for a while. Now she's in Taurus. As of June 5th, she moved into Taurus, and this is her home sign. She can just nestle right in and get comfortable. She finds comfort and she finds ways of expressing beauty and being with all the luxuries of the sensual body, of the smooth, of the taste, of the beauty. And they're all the things in between. And all of that leads to love. Through love, we can experience the beauty of this world. So we're going to get to enjoy that here for a while. And in her process, she rose as the morning star and conjunct the moon to bring us into the first gate in May. No, that was actually end of April. And the end of May, she conjunct the moon again and brought us into the second gate. The first gate being the crown, that we remove the blockage, the ego, the things that we believe are who we are, but aren't really who we are. And they block us from being our true highest self and block us in our connection to spirit. So that was the whole month of May. From the end of April just before the new moon to the end of May. And then on May 23rd, we entered this third eye chakra gate. And this is where Inanna lays down her measuring rod. This is her astrological tool that measures the stars and the movements of the planets and brings all this outside knowledge in. And through the descent process, we are removing the blocks to our inner wisdom. So, the inner wisdom of the third eye is you are the oracle of your life. You have intuitive gifts, abilities, and talents that if you work to develop them this month through the month of June, you will become more intuitive. And um, some of that in Aries initiated. And now in Taurus, that energy is going to be more robustly experienced through our senses. And I look forward to hearing what everyone feels about that and how they're looking inward for the messages and the wisdom within. On June 8th, Mercury in Gemini will conjunct Jupiter. And I'm already making this on the 9th. So that was yesterday. That is expansion. The planet Jupiter is our biggest planet. And Jupiter brings all that Sagittarian wisdom of insight and learning and higher knowledge and travel and expanding out with Mercury, which is the planet of communication. And so I wonder if any of you noticed communications yesterday, today, and how they are expanding. For me, it's been talking about these things I am most passionate about and happy to share more with you here as I have time to make videos. And I'm going to really try to make more of these because the conversations that I'm having and this expansion I'm feeling with Mercury and Gemini has really shown me that more and more people want to talk about this kind of stuff. They want to learn from each other. They want to have this new shared language that we can really root down into. And today is June 9th, and Jupiter enters Cancer. Actually, right now, in this moment as I'm recording this, Jupiter is moving into Cancer. And that is again, this planet of expansion and this sign of home, of the mother, of being with your inner home, where you land and create this, the crab has the shell and the home is on the inside. So we're going to work with that for a whole year. Jupiter transits a sign over 12, almost 13 months, and you get a whole year of Cancer, just like all of last year was a whole year of Jupiter in Gemini. So bringing in some new energy there, expanding our capacity, our ability to feel at home, create safety, and connect with that part of ourselves. Maybe it's that you move this year into your dream home. So let's hold that vision. Third eye, inner vision. Let's imagine what's possible. And I'll talk so much more about that when I bring in the concept of expanders and talk lots about how we need to see it to be it. And when we see it, we create the neural pathways to create it. It's like you can reverse engineer anything you know what it looks like at the end. So let's do more of that around home. And then June 11th is our full moon in Sagittarius, and it could be on the 10th for you. That would be Tuesday night, Wednesday morning. Here, full moon in Sagittarius is reflecting the light of the sun in Gemini. So you get this opposite energy of Gemini and Sagittarius, which those two signs are the most curious and they're the most like each other in feeling into curiosity, learning, and communicating. So we've got a lot of planetary communication energy happening this month. Then on the 17th, Mars has been in Leo and will enter Virgo. So right now we're feeling these last couple of, or this week is our last week of Mars in Leo. And Mars in Leo transited over my sun sign. I have my North Node in Leo. So I'm feeling a lot of outward energy and activation to do and be out. And hence, here come the videos and a new website on its way, really highlighting these gifts that I've been honing in on, figuring out how to communicate to you how I can most support you in your transformations. Mars in Virgo will bring us into the priestess energy of Virgo, being about organization, cleanliness, planning in the most beautiful feminine ways, and purity, purifying our bodies. Maybe Mars in Virgo is a good month for you to go on a juice fast or clean out your clutter. There's a lot of good, clean energy with Virgo, and Mars will activate that. Mars is the planet of action, of doing, of making the change happen, of that masculine doership, which we so appreciate and need in our lives. Virgo is also the priestess. She rules daily routines and the sacred. So, making a morning routine where you can treat your body temple as sacred. Maybe it's again, juicing comes to mind, or yoga. For me, I do my morning meditation practice and I drink water. So there's always a way that you can come into rhythm with your sacred routine of helping your health. And the Mars in Virgo energy will help us all with that in the second half of June and into July. And then for summer solstice, the sun enters Cancer on June 20th. I will be in Walla Walla selling my earrings at Freya Fest and visiting my best friend Sia and celebrating the sun, the longest day of the year up here in the Northern Hemisphere. We are tipped all the way towards the sun, and the days are long, and there is so much fun to be had. And again, feeling into that Cancer energy of where you feel at home, how you can nurture and support yourself. And then the next day, Venus conjuncts the moon again, and that brings us into the throat chakra, the third gate of the descent of the heroine's journey down into the realm of transformation, of death and rebirth. And that'll be 16 degrees Taurus. So if you have 16 degrees Taurus, 16 degrees in any of the earth signs or water signs, that will be really yummy, delicious, extra supportive energy for you. And the Venus conjunct the moon energy opens us into new energies of possibility. And it's going to be around freeing your voice, of removing whatever's blocking you, of releasing the traumas, of softening and opening. And we know the throat and the vocal cords are also connected to the yoni and our cervix. So there's going to be some feminine activation. And even if it's for men, activating your voice in a way that is empowering to your feminine, to your vulnerability, to your softness, and the strength that comes with all of that is just so yummy and delicious. I'm looking forward to all the beautiful conversations that I will continue to have with the men in my life, my father. I've got so many beautiful brothers and friends and relationships that are budding, and I'm enjoying talking about how the men are feeling these days. How's your heart feeling? How are we relating to each other from the heart? And then the new moon in Cancer will be after the Jupiter Sun conjunction. I don't want to skip that. On the 24th, Jupiter and the sun come together. So talk about expansion. I mean, I'm expecting for a lot of amazing things to happen, blessings, ideas that will bring you home to that concept of where you feel safe, where vulnerability is easy, where loving yourself in a very nurturing, nutritive way is coming with ease because it's expanding out. And it might actually feel uncomfortable to expand so much that you don't know where the new centered, grounded you is why we need spiritual midwives and soul coaches, because this is that energy that we need to find the new coherent, integrated, aligned energy within. You can have an insight and an expansion and not know quite how to integrate it into your life and what to do with it. But hopefully some of the things I've said here in this video are helpful to that process for you. And if you want to reach out to me for sessions, I do one-on-one coaching. I host women's circles in Portland, and our next Venus circle for this throat chakra gate is going to be Thursday, uh, June, I think that's the 26th. I'm going to look it up just to make sure that I say the right date. Yes, Thursday the 26th, which is the last thing I have written down on my sheet here, is also the day that Mercury moves into Leo. So talk about stepping into your sovereign queen leadership energy, your regal king and queen energy. Mercury in Leo is going to bring our communication, which this Venus and Taurus will be like, what do I want? How do I want to feel? And how can I do that in the most empowered way that Leo will help me step out and shine brightly with confidence that I know who I am. And I feel deeply connected with that new emotional energy system and how good it feels to be with people in my life that also feel that way and inspire me to feel that way and can talk with me that way. These are the things I've been thinking about and the dates that I know. There are so many more astrological things happening. It's wild. The month of June is very active. And really what I want to end this video with is attunement with your energy and how you want to feel is of utmost importance. And that comes to tending yourself, self-care, tending to your routine, your health, your environment, and the people that you have in your environment that you engage with. Being aware that when you feel levity and joy after having a talk with someone, that that's the someone you want to talk to more, or you want to take that energy and meditate with it because it will help you to remember that feeling. And when you bring your longing, remember that the longing energy, this desire that you have for whatever it is in your life, is at home right here. All the abundance, all the expansive energy you need is right here. Venus in Taurus, Jupiter in Cancer. These energies, Mars in Leo right now, and then moving into Virgo. All of these energies are helping us this month. And there's some squares happening. There's certainly lots of stuff out there that people will talk about are challenges. And there is challenges in the world. There is war. There is crazy stuff happening in LA. We are just right now feeling the frequencies of what we want to expand into. And let's focus on that. Focus on where you really want your energy to go. Feel that flow. Flow with the people that are going that way. And remember to stay really tuned in to your intuition. We've still got a couple of weeks up here of tuning into the intuitive self and what your needs are within. I mean, that's the goal. So, feeling your heart with my heart, feeling the joy of our connection. Thank you for being with me for this video, and I hope that you have a fabulous month. Please reach out if you'd like support. I'm here for you.